Hi, I'm Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. Okay, so I got my Grasshopper launcher into orbit. Hurrah! I actually got it quite close to the Athena station. You'll note that the Athena station is now not close to me. The Athena station is now well away from me. The problem I discovered when I tried to dock is I thought I'm going to be very clever, right? Originally, this Grasshopper design originally didn't have any kind of RCS control on it, so I thought, wait, I'll put Vernor engines on. That way, I get RCS control, but I don't have to put on a new fuel tank. I don't need to put on a monopropellant fuel tank. One slight problem when you are docking: Vernor engines are great. They can do rotations and they can do sideways, lateral. They can't do forwards and backwards. Now, my great big engines can do backwards, but I can't do forwards. So I've made a tug, which is this thing. I am going to go to here. I'm actually going to go back to the Grasshopper. I'll load up its thing. And I'll lock steering to up. Take off the SAS. And I might want to reverse it actually. Lock steering. Can I do this to up? Reverse. Kind of. That's one. Oh, can I do that? Maybe I could do something like this. And then change that to lock steering to up. No, it goes crazy. Well, anyway, tell you what we are going to do, however, if I can get control of the machine, is we are going to for heaven's sake. Set the big tug as the target, and then I'm going to point towards the tug. Oh, there we go, up there. So I'm pointing. No, I want to point the exact opposite way because actually, do I? No, I'm currently controlling from the docking port. So pointing towards the target, point the docking port towards the target, which is what I want. Okay, so now I can do this. Set as target. And get rid of that cost thing. Get rid of that cost thing. And now, technically speaking, this tug, this bit here was actually the orbital transfer. Why are we going that way? The orbital transfer stage. Let's go to chase camera. There we go. This bit was actually the orbital transfer stage, but actually, because this was ridiculously overspec'd when I put it together. I literally it was the same launcher that launched that thing. So the orbital stage was pretty much able to get it entirely. Wasn't able to get entirely to the moon on its own. But it came pretty close. So I have a lot of fuel left, which is good, because I'm now going to have to, once I've grabbed this thing here, I'm going to want to do some orbital maneuvering with it. Specifically, I'm going to want to take it out of its orbit, which is very similar to the Athena station's orbit, but not quite. And I mean, by far the easiest way of doing it is actually going on an orbit which is really rather dissimilar, and very deliberately dissimilar, and then back in again. And so it's going to be easier with everything attached. Docking is not going to be as easy with everything attached. I suppose I could actually undock and then redock, but that's not. I think that might complicate things. So yeah, docking. At least the docking toolbar is in place, rather than having to do it entirely manually, which I've never liked. Now I'm hoping the fact that the grasshopper should be in a consistent alignment should help me. Just lining myself up on the port. Taking a little further in. At least till we're closer. You can apparently use caps lock to make your controls a bit more fine, so you don't have so you don't quite have the overshoot problem. But I've actually found those controls to be kind of finicky. And I don't really see them as much as an improvement. Go a bit quicker in. The idea, I'll slow down when I get closer. Everything's looking alright. Wondering how those panels are going to interact with the landing legs, but it should be alright. That's why I actually put the docking port on a girder segment. Time to slow down a little. Part of what makes it, of course, I mean, it feels a little like things getting a bit fast because, of course, the moon is zooming below, you know, at relatively high speed. So that just makes everything seem faster. I love the docking alignment thing. It just is lovely. So the idea is this little tug. It's actually not very little. It's actually quite enormous. Although I'm going to be using the back end rocket there to actually get me to Athena. The only reason I really need that is because having worked out that I was going to need a tug. Obviously, the next thing was I was going to have to bring it along to the moon. And that took a certain amount of time. At which point the relatively slight differences in the relatively slight differences in orbit obviously added up and added up and added up. It took me approximately a day of Kerbal time to get here. In which time, obviously, the thing moved. So I'm actually going to have to spend a bit of time. That's not locked up like I wanted it to be. Should possibly do something. I don't think the panels are going to be right. Oh, maybe. Now, I'm going to do something I didn't do before, which I'm going to check my orbit. You see, last time I did this, because there's a version that you are never going to see. Well, I should probably just, if I'm going to do that, I should probably just not tell you about it. But I actually, with a great deal of effort, you can go away. Thank you very much, docking alignment indicator. I actually managed to dock this creature. My periapsis is quite low. And okay, so that was all very lovely, and I managed to dock it, and hurrah. But then suddenly the moon. Suddenly we crashed into the moon. I'm not quite sure what happened. I mean, at one point I was actually moving the entire station in order to do the docking because I didn't have any, like I said, I didn't have any forwards and backwards control. And what looks like happened, what must have happened is I made enough of a dent in the periapsis to smash into the ground. And the periapsis is only 7,000, which I think is actually over. I don't think there's any moons that are actually bigger than that. Mountains. I don't think there's any mountains that are bigger than that. So we actually are safe, but we theoretically might not. Alrighty then. I didn't really. Maybe, no, I want to come out. I want to be in that view. I want to select Athena as my target. No, I've got the target as being the flag of the moon. Set Athena as target. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set a maneuver node, right? Maneuver node of doing nothing. So this is going to let me, I think, there we go. Things getting in the way. It's really annoying. This is allowing me to check orbits ahead of time and get an idea of how many orbits it's going to take. The answer being a lot, because their orbits are very similar. So, the conjoined grasshopper. Oh, for heaven's sake! The conjoined twins of the grasshopper and the tug, their orbit is very similar. So to Athena. And so they're not going to it's not going to cause that much of a difference in each orbit. So they're slowly catching up, but as you can see, each orbit they're only catching up a little tiny bit. Now I can't really go any lower because I will die. So let's not do that. So what we are going to do instead, we're going to find our periapsis. And let's see, what's our target? That's the ascending node. That's not actually what I want. Let's get a 20. Oh, that didn't help. Oh, text can be really annoying. Okay, so we're going to go to 20. In about orbit. And that should give enough difference. So we're going to be going out around, so that will give Athena the chance to catch up with us. And that should shorten the period it all takes. It does not currently know how long the burn's going to take. I'm just going to quickly check something. Now, because we're now in one conjoined spaceship, the staging will have gone bonkers. Alright, so these are not active, that's good. I put some of these on, these monoprop engines. I'm beginning to wonder if that was that was in fact a really stupid idea and I shouldn't do it. But it's done now. And I was just checking that I didn't have to deactivate them. I will deactivate all of those engines. Again, maybe it would have been nice to set up action groups and stuff. So this is now the only engine that's working, and that's what I want. Okay, so I should now be able to run. Switch to run help ISP run X node ISP. So that tells me how long it's going to be, about a couple of seconds. Well, less than. What that means is the amount of delta V you're going to use is very, very small. Sufficiently small that it's not going to be able to run it. It won't run at full power. It's going to run at 42% power for about a second. Also, it's a larger and less wieldy craft than it was a moment ago, so it's not going to where the maneuver node is on the nav ball, but I'm wondering if I should just trust my code. Put an alarm in. Give it 20 seconds. The other end. Where are we? Oh, right, I'm below 10k now. So I can't actually warp that fast. Thing I may have to do, hopefully this is still going to have the amount of fuel left in it when it gets to the Athena. I'm going to put some fuel in the Athena and then change the orbit. Possibly a really rather nice nice orbit out the way. Certainly Athena's orbit is within a few thousand, like within a couple of thousand of meters of smashing into the moon, which means that there is a theoretical possibility of bad things happening. So wow. Sorry, having a bit of a flashback because when I crashed the entire Athena station into the moon, the first I knew about it was all of a sudden, hey, the moon's rushing really rather fast beneath me, smash. That was actually down to the time warp, by the way. Let's grab this and make sure I'm controlling from here. That's interesting. I'm not controlling him. No. What on earth am I controlling from? Huh. This is all rather strange. Oh, well, actually, maybe it's something I can't do while I'm at warp, so that's not too terrible. Should I not be coming out of warp? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Should I not be coming out of warp? Well, phase one of get the grasshopper to where I want it to be appears to be working. Let's just quickly check. Control from here. Sweet. Well, that's interesting. It didn't do the burn. And by interesting, I mean really irritating. Or did it? No, well, no, it removed the maneuver. Oh, this is very difficult. What just happened? Why did that not work? Stupid computers doing stupid things. Right, I'm just going to go prograde. I'm going to burn a bit. And give myself some apoapsis. Right. There we go. Okay, so that's been about 20 minutes. That was actually moderately successful. I achieved what I wanted to achieve, which is I got that stuck on that, which is what I wanted to do. think I've already. I genuinely cannot remember if I've done that already. If I just tried it. Anyway, so I've got that stuck on that. I've got myself a slightly better orbit with which to catch the station, and so the next thing will be catching the station. So, right, thanks so much for watching. I do hope you've been enjoying these videos. Like and subscribe if so. You can find Nearly Enough Dice. We are a role-playing game themed podcast and blog. You can find us at nearlyenoughdice.com, but we also have things on, we're on Facebook and we're on Twitter and we're on YouTube, as you probably know because you're watching this video. Otherwise you wouldn't be watching it. Never mind, it's very confusing. Come and join the fun at nearlyenoughdice.com. And until next time, reach for the stars.